morning, everybody. I'm coming to you this morning with my elf book, and as far as I know, it is done. It is also sold to our friend Linda. I am so proud of this book. When I started out with my book, you know, elves, elves and gnomes, I thought it was going to be kind of a hard subject to do. And it was in the beginning, and I was thinking, oh, this book isn't going to be a very special book as books go. But I'm telling you the truth, this book is, and I don't mean this in any kind of arrogant way, but this book is beyond amazing. I priced it just like I always do, way too soon before I got it done. And then after I sold it, I've spent 3 hours on it. So my goodness gracious, I've got to stop that nonsense. But this is a fantastic book. And this is going to go, I'm going to show you through it just a minute, and you're just not going to believe what some of these pages are that started out as what? This. This book started as this with some pages in it. But this goes out to Linda, and Linda says that her mom and dad, her mom is 83, I think she said, her dad 89, and they're kind of confined at home because of their health and all that. So she said she buys a lot of junk journals, and she goes over to her mom and dad's house, and she goes through the books with her mom. Her mom used to be a crafter, so it thrills her mom to death to be able to see the books. So she said she would be taking the book over there just like always, and then she shows her the video where she found the book. And there's going to be lots of reading in here. Besides, I'll tell you that story when I get to that envelope. But this is mainly a woodsy, earthy nature elf. It is the Abbey Press Elf, and that is a religious organization, company, and they sell books and things that are uplifting and motivational and scripture things and just all kinds of things like that. But it is a love and light elf. It is an elf that gives help and encouragement in any situation, and they have every subject under the sun in these little books. I'm even going to send, I had one book left that I had one copy of. So I had 2 of these, so I'm going to send this along with Linda's package so she can give that book to her mom. And it's... These are the ones that I like the best. I call them the no-color books. And these are old. These are from the 80s. I just saw online the other day that these are back in print, but it's the colorful ones. So I'm going to send this along with Linda, to give to her mom. This is the cover of the book. I didn't add any more since we talked the last time. So let me see if I can give you a peep of what I've got here. Lots of bark, moss, lots of sticks, woodsy things in the book. And this is page 1 and 2. I've added the little notepad up here. This type of elf is always out in nature, and he's always roaming around. There's a little book I made over here for him to have another place to put notes. There's that little magic button. This says, I believe in magic and miracles and dreams that come true. I do too. I'm a dreamer. Okay. Let's see. Got just some little dangles there. This goes in this page. And I'm going too fast, I think. I'm getting out of the frame and everything already. This is just a little packet. As the elf goes along on his walk, this is just old homemade paper, and it's kind of stiff, but as the elf goes along on his nature walks every day, he just picks up little bits and pieces. So there's a few pebbles in here, tiny, tiny pebbles. I just got them out of my yard under the Uncle Remus tree. And so this has some pebbles in there. I think I put a tiny piece of bark in there. I think I put a little bit of Sweet Annie, dried Sweet Annie, old Sweet Annie in there. Just some things like that, just very few things. But it's things that he found on his walk, so he's put it in his little pouch. Got some little bells there. Okay, then we're going to go on to the next page. This page, oh my goodness, look at this. This is the page that was kind of blank before, and I knew it had a plan. I knew God had a plan for this page. I just had to slow down and let Him and the book talk to me. This is just several little Elf Health books that I shrunk down on my printer and made into a little book, and it's pinned up there with an old rusty pen. Let's see. That's just a little pouch full of sticks and Sweet Annie, and I coffee dyed some raffia and put that in there, and that's what this is up here. That's just coffee dyed raffia. And then there's the picture under there. You know, until yesterday afternoon, this was a kind of an eye candy book. It was just something to look at, and it's a feel-good book because it has such warm, fuzzy the whole aura about it is warm and fuzzy. But I don't like to sell or give away eye candy. I want a book that's going to, you can hold it in your hands, sit in your lap, spend an afternoon with it. I've said this so many times, and then walk away and think, oh my goodness, what a journey that was. So, a journey back in time to a simpler day in time, and that's where the old elf takes us. He takes us back to a land that time has almost forgot. A time of simplicity, getting back to nature. Okay, let's see here what we got. This is another little packet, has seeds in it, and I put some Sweet Annie seed down in there, dried Sweet Annie seed. There's the pencil for writing all of his notes that he finds along his way. There's just just a few little quotes and things in there, and some papers that don't have anything on them. I think I even have a little book back here, seems like. Yes, I do, and I've got it pinned in with a rusty paper clip, so I'm going to leave it there. That's just more writing space. Okay, and then let's let our imaginations run wild with us this morning, and we're walking along the woodland path with the little elf, and he's just, he's just enjoying his day like he does every day. He just gets out in nature and thinks and hunts for treasures and things like that. So along his path, he comes across this old envelope, and he doesn't even know what it is. He just picks it up and he thinks to himself, oh my goodness, what is that? Well, this little envelope is an envelope that maybe an old man and old woman were out walking in the woods, and she dropped her envelope full of little treasures that she was keeping, and he's come along and found that envelope. So inside that envelope is an old coffee-dyed grandma's hanky. I'll just let you peek down in there like that. It's ruffly and all that. There's an old stick of juicy fruit gum. Did you ever see a grandma without a stick of gum? It is new gum, but it is distressed, so you wouldn't want to chew it. So some of the things that I put in the book are some of my favorite readings. And like I love to sit in silence beneath the shady trees and listen to the song of the birds and to the buzz of the bees. And then I like things that just make you feel good. And it says, one of them says, whose woods are these? I think I know. His house is in the valley, though, and he will not see the stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. And one says, I had for my winter evening walk no one at all with whom to talk, for I had the cottages in a row, up to their shining eyes in snow. And it goes on and on and on. All these go on and on and on. They're long poems. They're just feel-good poems that they just give you a warm, tight hug when you read them. This one says, I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen of meadows, flowers, and butterflies in summers that have been. And I just love that. I love, love, love these old, old poems. And I put them in most of my books, but I put more in when Linda told me she was going to share the book with her mom and dad, because I knew these poems would speak to her mom and dad. Now, there's some funny ones in there, too, like I'm glad my nose is on my face, and a few things like that. There's some funny things in there just to give you a chuckle. But there's a lot of feel-good things that are going to take her mom and dad back to an earlier, simpler time, back to the days of yesteryear where they grew up. They're not that much older than me, 83 and 89. I'm 75. So I know about the simpler times of life. They were so much better than they are now, even though most people were poor and struggling. But it was just a happier, simpler time. This one says, all things bright and beautiful, and all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the good Lord made them all, and that goes on and on. There's just so many. I don't even know, I didn't count how many I put in there, but there's a lot of good readings in this book. So this book is done. It's going to go out to Linda. I told her I would mail it today, but we've got some things going on. I may have to mail it in the morning. That's life in Round Knob Canyon, but I will have it on the way just as soon as I can. And it is just, it really is a treasure. It really, really, I have surprised myself with this book, and I don't mean that in any kind of arrogant way, but I have surprised myself with this book. Okay, let's see. We need to talk about several things today. Let me just think here. Let me see. I've got a couple of notes over here to my side. The giveaway is going to be here tomorrow for the end of this book. The January giveaway is going to be right here tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is I've written down your name in my notebook, and I've got tons, 2 pages of names, 2 columns on the pages of people that have commented on my videos during the month of January. So I'm going to count those in my notebook, spin the wheel that's on the internet, and I'm going to give you that number and that name, and I will tell you that tomorrow, good willing, and that creek don't rise. And I'm telling you, monkey wrenches are coming at us right and left around here. The refrigerator's making a noise now. The washer is making a noise. I put a load in yesterday for it to wash, and that doggone washer ran for an hour and 55 minutes. So we may be about to buy a washer after we just spent $2,200 on a well pump. So, and you know, we're still struggling with the TV. So, DirecTV is going to be back here Thursday. So we will see. That'll be their 5th visit. But we're sticking with DirecTV because I did call Dish to try to kind of check in on them and connect with them. And boy, they were kind of rude. They didn't want to let me off the phone. They didn't want to let me say no or anything. And I'm telling you, I have fussed at the DirecTV people because I am so frustrated with this. And too, somebody asked under one of the questions, why doesn't your husband take care of this? He's supposed to be the head of the house. Well, my husband has got a little bit of a hearing problem, and he doesn't like to talk on the phone. So he is the head of the house, absolutely without a shadow of doubt. But I do most of the phone things if it's where I can at all. So that's why I'm taking care of the phone. And I've got a little cranky with them after about the second or third time. I had just about been fed up with DirecTV. But they tell us they will either get this fixed or they'll put us in a whole new system, and then the problem will be solved. So they have been super nice. No matter how cranky I've been with them, they have been super nice. I've talked to Dish Network folks one time, and they were cranky. They were rude. They were overbearing. They would not take no for an answer. So we're not going with Dish. We may end up with local channels, but we're not going with Dish. Okay, so the giveaway will be here tomorrow. I will count the numbers in my notebook, spin the wheel. They're all numbered. All the names are numbered. So I'll spin the wheel and see who that is. If it's inside the United States, it's free shipping. If it's outside the United States and your name is picked, if you're willing to pay half on shipping, and that will be $12 to $15, then I'll still send it out to you. So we just have to see on that. It can't go priority mail outside the United States because that would be like buying a good used car. So we're not going to do that. So it'll take you 2 or 3 or 4 weeks to get it outside the United States. But if your name is picked, it will be on the way. Let's see. Wednesday, I'm going to show you. Wednesday is going to be kind of a show and tell and answer questions day. And I'll try to have all these videos posted by 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to try to do videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week that the Lord permits. And if I miss a day, I'll try to do it the next day because crazy things are happening in Round Knob Canyon. So I can't promise anything, but I will get to it. So we're going to do, I can't bring liquid up here to the pool table, to the family room. So what I'm going to do is bring the pan that I use the cookie sheet that I use, and I used 5, but I'll bring one up. And I will show you how fast I dunk them in that pan. I'll tell you the formula that I use and how I get the darker edges around each paper or quote or whatever. So, and we'll have 2 or 3 other questions that people keep asking over and over, so we'll go over those again in more detail. If you have questions that you want to ask, post under the comment right here today, and I'll try to get to those on Wednesday. I hope to have 1 or 2 more books this week. I really enjoy doing those starter books, and I hope to do a couple more of those. And they have things in them. They're really, really, really neat books, and they went out last week with the packets. So that's going to be Monday and Wednesday. Let's see. Thursday or Saturday, I'm not sure which yet. I want to do just a chit chat with you. For those of you that want to tune in and see, my husband a week ago last Friday, we got a call from the doctor. He had just had a physical, and he was diagnosed with diabetes. His number was 425. So we immediately got on that. As of that phone call, I took all of the soft drinks and things out of the house. I had just bought milk and orange juice and things like that, so I took them to a friend that I kind of help anyway, and I took those things to her and took the drinks and things out of the house too, and there are no sweets in the house. And there's a ladybug about to enter the scene on to my left here. I'd like to talk to you. His numbers are down. They started at 425, and they are dropping steadily daily. He does a little finger prick first thing in the morning, and we're sticking to the diet, and it's been okay. The first 24 hours were the hardest, and because we do drink a lot of soft drinks and sweet tea. So we have had no soft drinks, no sweet tea. His numbers are dropping steadily, daily, and he is down now to 183 as of yesterday. So I want to talk to you about that a little bit Thursday or Saturday and tell you what I'm doing in case you're dealing with this. Because God gave us all bodies that will heal themselves if we give our bodies the nutrients that they need to do so. So, I'm sure there are people out there that cannot turn their diabetes around, type 2 diabetes. I'm sure there are out there. They are out there. But, most can do it. If you will do it, most can do it. He's lost some weight. He's hoping to get outside and work the next 2 days. We've had such bad, bitter cold weather. He's been hunkered in the house and just watching TV and piddling, doing his puzzles and things like that. But he's 76, and I'm bound and determined to get that rascal healthy. He's feeling good, said he feels better than he's ever felt in his life, and he can't believe he feels this good on a diet he hates. But we're having protein every day, low carb. We'll go into all that on Thursday or Saturday, whichever one. On Friday during February, we're going to do Friday freebies in February. And we'll play a game each Friday, and you will be given 24 hours to find that video, get to that video, and then do your little homework. And it's just a quick thing. It's going to be a question or a fun something to do, just to answer a question. And then if several people give the same answer and it is the right answer, then I will make a list of those people and spin the wheel. So that's going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun. Every Friday is going to be a fun Friday. Fun Friday in February. So, and then you will have 24 hours to watch that video, because I know some of you work. So we have 24 hours to watch that video, answer your question or whatever the game is for that particular day. And then Saturday morning, I will close it, spin the wheel, and pick a winner. And again, if you live outside the United States, to get that freebie, you have to pay half on shipping. If you live in the United States, shipping is free. Okay, let's see. We'll do more on that Friday, and I'll kind of explain it as we go along. The game is not time sensitive, so you have all day Friday until Saturday morning, about 5 or 6 o'clock to whatever time we start it, to do the game. You'll have 24 hours. Let's talk just a minute about the Grandma Prayer Book. The Grammar Prayer Book will start just right away. The packets have been sent out. Everybody should have them by next Monday. If we can, we'll start on Monday. If not, we'll do a little project and give them a day or two and see if everybody gets them. If not, we will move on. With the Grandma Prayer Book, we'll start with a little black book, just like we did with this one. You'll need 2 sheets of, this is what you're going to need the first day. You'll need the black cardstock, or you can use black construction paper, or you can use anything you want. You don't have to do them exactly like we're doing them. I'm going to use black cardstock, and I'm going to use 2 sheets torn in half of just plain old copy paper, coffee dyed. And I'll be showing you again Wednesday on how to do that, how I get mine so grungy looking. So you'll need 2 sheets of paper torn in half, besides the cardstock front. And the first thing we will do on the first day we start the Grandma Prayer Books is make sure we have our supplies for that coming week. You'll have a week from Monday to Monday, just like we did on these books. And so you'll have a week, and we'll come back and show our covers, show the books that we've made. And then we will start on the next week on page 1 and 2, just like we have on the other book. The cover, I'm going to use this. You can use anything you want. I'm using Grandma's Praying Hands on a Bible. That's going to be on my cover. Underneath that cover, I have a music page that I kind of tore jagged, and I'll show you how to do that when the time comes. And then I put the hands over that. And then on the inside, you'll need the Lord's Prayer, or that's what I'm going to put. You put anything you want in your book. This is what I'm doing. I'll have the Lord's Prayer and this old country church that says Amazing Grace on it. These images I got off of Pinterest, and you can find other images by Googling. But that's what you're going to need the first and second Mondays in February. So, see, I think that's it. I think we got it. I think we've covered everything. I hope to goodness we have. I didn't mean to make this so long, but life happens. You know, we had to get to it all. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have lots of fun. Share the video with your friends. Tell your friends about it. Tell them who would not want to make a Grandma Prayer Book if they are Christians, or, you know, they're big in their churches. You can go out and have little classes once you get your prayer book done, and have classes with the ladies in your church, or just the ladies in your community, or just some close friends get together and make a Grandma Prayer Book. And what a blessing that will be. It'll have pockets for you to put your own thoughts and prayers and secrets and all that stuff in it, and it's just going to be an amazing book. So that's going to be in February. There's going to be several giveaways in February, 4 or 5. I think there's 4, maybe 5 Fridays. I'm not sure. But there will be 4 or 5 giveaways in February on a Friday. We're going to be doing lots of fun things. We're going to be doing some make-along craft with me things, although I'll have to make mine in advance and just show you how I did it, unless I'm finally set up in my room across the hall. So we'll see about that. I think that's it. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and tell your friends about it. But only tell your friends about it if they would be interested in following along. We're not interested in numbers. We're interested in reaching people that want to make these books. Many of you, I cannot believe the books that you have made. Many of you that had never made a book before, and your books are just absolutely amazing. Anybody can do exactly what I did here. And this started with a plain piece of cardstock and a few pages of copy paper in there. So that's it for today. I'll be back here tomorrow. Let's see, what were we going to do tomorrow? Have to look at my paper. We're going to have the giveaway here tomorrow for the February book challenge, and it's not going to be this book. This book is sold, as I said in the beginning, but it's going to be a little packet where you can put a book together, and you'll have some goodies in your packet. So that's it. I'm going to get off here, get this uploaded. This one's going to take a little bit longer today because I got a little bit too long-winded. Okay. I hope you all have a super duper grand and groovy day. I hope you go out there and get a little kindness and spread a little kindness absolutely everywhere you go. Kindness is so important. Love and hugs and everything is so important. Right now it's distant hugs, but our daughter does. She'll do this. That's a hug right now. So that's it. Going to get off here and get busy. I've got a lot going on downstairs. Have a giveaway going on the Grandma channel, so come join us there. That is today. You have 24 hours to join that. Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. We'd love to have you over there. We're growing like good weeds over there on Grandma's house. We're, if we're not over 3,000, we're coming right up on it. So we're real close. Okay. Talk to you tomorrow. Good Lord willing, and that creek don't rise. Love and hugs.